Hello and welcome to another Goliath guitar tutorial. My name is Gareth Evans. Today we're going to be learning the song The A-Team by Ed Sheeran. This is a fingerstyle or solo acoustic version of the song. If you want to go and listen to the whole arrangement, click on the video that's appeared on your screen now if your annotations are enabled. If not, there'll be a link in the description. So go and check out this version to see if you want to be able to play it like I do. Then you can head back over here and learn the tutorial. The tutorial is going to be 100% free as usual, as are all my tutorials and tabs, of course. If you want to get hold of the tabs, again, click the link that's on your screen now, or the picture that's appeared, if your annotations are enabled. Otherwise, again, there'll be a link right at the very top of the description this time. I'll take you to my personal website, and on that page will be the rest of the tutorial as well. I will be holding back the rest of the tutorial and the tabs, as a matter of fact, until this video gets 1,000 likes. So if you haven't done already, click the like button. It does help support me produce these tutorials 100% free. If you can't wait and you want to get hold of the tabs and the rest of the tutorial right now, then you can go to patreon.com/Gareth Evans. The tutorial and tabs will be available for my supporters over there right now. So if you want to support me more than just clicking the like button, you can go to Patreon, and in return you get some awesome perks. Okay, so let's get on with this tutorial. Firstly, you're going to need a capo on the 2nd fret of the guitar, and all the positions I'll tell you to make with your fretting hand from now on will be in relation to the capo. So this is now the 2nd fret, this is the 3rd fret, 5th fret, so on. Okay, so we're going to look at some basic chords to begin with if you just want to be able to strum it. Firstly, we're playing G, okay, just a regular G. 2nd chord, it's like a D shape here, but we're not using the 1st string, and we've got F sharp in the bass, which is over here on the 2nd fret of the 6th, so D stroke F sharp. Okay, 3rd, E minor, regular E minor, 4th, C, normal C chord, and then we've got an A minor 7, which is like the C chord, but just lift your ring finger to play the 5th, you know, just that there. Okay, so they're the chords we're going to be using. Okay, so let's have a look at some of the finger picking then. Firstly, I'll teach you the intro. Okay, that's the first 2 bars, so we'll look at them in more detail to begin with. Basically sets the foundation for the technique used throughout the whole of this arrangement. So we can get the first couple of bars right, and we're pretty much nailed down for the rest of the song. I'm starting off in a G shape, that's 3rd fret on the 6th string. We don't need anything else, we keep the 5th muted with the fleshy part of the finger that we fret the 6th string with. Okay, and what I like to do is I rest my finger on my right hand on the 1st string, like the ring and or the little finger, and what that does is just mutes the 1st string and gives you a stable platform for the picking as well. Thumb on 6, and then what you do then is just strum down through 4, 3 and 2 open. Okay, and all you do is just basically flick it down. What I like to do is I use my index finger and my middle finger. Okay, like I said, the 5th string's muted, the 1st string's muted, so you should really, you've got quite a bit of margin for error there so far as hitting strings 4, 3 and 2, so you don't have to be so precise. Okay, and after that what you do is you play, okay, just a simple basic Travis picking pattern, which is 6, 3, 4, 2. So the thumb goes 6, index on 3, thumb up to 4, middle finger on 2, okay? So we've got thumb, strum, thumb, 3, 4, 2. Okay, this should be pretty basic for most of you who follow along with most of my lessons, but I just want to start off really slow, help the people who aren't so advanced. Okay? If you repeat that a few times just to get the rhythm. Okay, so that's just the first bar repeated. So the 2nd bar, so all that is thumb on 6, starts off exactly the same. Thumb on 6, strum down on the open 4th, 3rd and 2nd. This time we hammer up with our fingers here to the first fret on the second string, second fret on the third. Okay? After which you play thumb on 6 again. Then you pluck upwards with the fingers still in place on the second and third string. On 2 and 3. Okay? And then what you do then, strum down again and pull off the strings. So it's pull off the second and third string. So we've got thumb, pluck up, and then strum down, pull off. Okay? Okay, so once you've got that, the previous part as well goes. Okay, do practice that and loop it around if you have to until it comes more smoothly, and then you can add it in with the first bar, because that's the whole of the second bar. So 1 and 2 together goes. Okay, so repeat that until you get it nice and smooth, because like I said, that is the basis for the rhythm and the technique used in the rest of the arrangement. So it's going to be pretty easy once you got that nailed. Okay, focus on that for a little bit and then let's move on. First 2 bars, nice and easy. Once we've got that, the third bar is the same as the first. Okay, and this time bar 4, kind of the same as bar 2, but this time we're moving to the second shape, which was the D with the F and the bass. Okay. Okay, thumb on 6, strum down 4, 3 and 2, hammer onto that position I showed you, thumb on the second fret of the 6. Okay, after that we do exactly the same again with our right hand as we did earlier, pluck up on 1 and 2, and then strum down, pulling off that shape, so it goes. Okay, so we back up to bar 3 and play these 2 bars together. Okay, so the next shape is E minor. Okay, you start off with exactly the same picking. Thumb on 6, strum down 4, 3 and 2, and then 6, 3, 4, 2. Okay. Okay, thumb on 6 now, hammer onto your C shape when you do this down strum, so it's thumb, strum down 4, 3 and 2 with a hammer onto the C shape, first fret on the second, second fret on the fourth, third fret on the fifth. You're just a regular open C shape. So it's open 6, strum and hammer on, and then thumb on 5 this time, on that third fret, which should be there because they've got this C shape. Again, pluck up on 2 and 1. Okay, strum down 4, 3 and 2, and pull off to open. Okay. Okay. So if we back up again, play the E minor, leading into the C. Okay, and then to finish off, back to the original tune. Okay, basically the repeat of bars 1 and 2. Okay, so that's pretty much it for the intro. What we're going to do is I'm going to recap and play it all together now. I'm going to play it slowly, so if you can play it with me. We'll run through these shapes. 2, 3, 4. so that's it for the intro. Well done if you made it that far. So let's move on now to the verse. I think the verse is actually slightly easier than the intro itself. So the verse goes like this. Something like that. So we'll start off in the G position, thumb on 6, then 4. Then we play that. All that is a pinch on 3 and 6. Hammer up to that 2nd fret on the 3rd string, followed by 4 with a thumb, and then 2 open. So we've got 6, 4, pinch, hammer, 4, then 2. Okay? Okay, after that, 6 then 4 again, followed by that sequence there. This shape, 3rd fret on the 6th string with your index finger, ring finger comes to the 5th fret on the 5th string, and then the 4th fret is on the 4th string there with the middle finger. The sequence here is 6, 4, 5, and then 3, okay? So the thumb this time plays 6 and 5, not 6 and 4. So you bring that index finger over to play the 4th string. So we've got do then straight back into the G again, which is exactly the same. It's like a replica of the previous bar. So the 1st bar and the 3rd bar of the verse are the same. Okay, so the next sequence, so it's 6, 3, 4, all in the regular G position. To this D with F in the bass shape, pluck upwards on 2 and 3, thumb on 6, fret down the 2nd string, however you want to do it, there or there. So we've got, okay, and then a strum down on the open 4, 3 and 2. So lift your fingers off there, so it's okay, so the whole of the verse so far. Okay, next into the E minor shape, we play this. Okay? It's the same picking as before on the G shape. Thumb on 6, thumb on 4. Pinch on 3 and 6 with a hammer up to the 2nd fret on the 3rd, so it's there, followed by 4 and then 2, exactly the same as the 1st bar of the verse again, with the right hand that is, followed by, okay, so it's the transition there from the E shape, E minor shape, to the C shape. Okay, so it's thumb on 6, thumb on 4, you move to the C shape, but you only fret the 3rd fret on the 5th string, and leave the 4th string open, so you play 5 and 4 together. And what I like to do here, bring my thumb into the 6th string here to give like a percussive slap. I only do it sometimes, not actually do it all the time. You could just not play anything at all, but for me it helps me keep the rhythm of the song if I do that. After which you play the open 4th string. Okay? So So the whole of these 2 bars. Like I said, you don't have to play that slap at all. You can just leave that out completely. So that would sound like this. Okay, that's it. And then what you do then, straight back into the G shape, which is basically the first 2 bars of the song repeated again. Okay, so from the E minor again, we'll play it leading in. Okay, so that's it for the first 8 bars of the verse. Let's see if we can play it all together then. 2, 3, 4. Okay, you might have noticed that I left the slap out there, but no big deal. So that's it for this lesson. If you want to go and watch the rest of the tutorial, you're going to have to go to my website, GoliathGuitarTutorials.com. There'll be a link for that directly below me on the screen now in an annotation. The rest of the parts will be available once this video gets 1,000 likes. If you can't wait, like I said, you can go to Patreon. There's a link for that in the middle of the screen at the bottom right now. And while you're waiting, if you've got time spare, check out all my other tutorials on the link on the right hand side of your screen at the bottom. That'll take you to my webpage that's got a list of all my tutorials that I've ever made. So that's it for this tutorial. I'll see you again in the next one. Bye for now.